Three parts per million. That's the ideal range.
Okay. And so do you recommend like to have a test kit so that we can monitor it well, or do you just go by looks and?
No, you definitely want to monitor it with a test kit.
Mm-hmm.
The advantage that you have is that you can actually, before you go in, you test the water and see if it needs some, and just add whatever it needs to get to the right level.
Okay.
That's one advantage, because I maintain a lot of hot tubs, but they're more for commercial use or they're vacation rentals. So it needs me to to keep a little higher balance to compensate for, because the renter's obviously not going to be testing the water, you know what I mean?
Right.
So the advantage of a homeowner is that you can actually monitor it a little more closely.
Okay. So we would just go into a pool supply store and buy a test kit for a spa?
Yeah, you could go to a supply store, or I could provide you with the test kit, yeah.
Okay.
At a discounted rate, of course.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that's nice to know. Okay. Okay, so you want to just kind of show us through and how it works and what you start first, second, and third?
Okay. So let me turn everything off. So these are your water valves here.
Okay.
Your hot and cold. This is to start your pump, which by you starting the pump, it starts up the jets. If you observe, it starts the jets.
Right, okay.
And over here, in this compartment, you have two switches. The one on the far right is for the heater.
Okay.
You turn it up, it turns the heater on. The one on the far left is for the blower. It enhances the jets,
Gotcha. Okay.
so it adds more pressure.
There she was. Yep. Oh God, I just want to get in right now. I swear.
They're so therapeutic.
I know. We have bad backs, so it's like
Yeah.
going to be heaven.
Yeah,
Can you
definitely.
imagine? Just, it's going to be awesome. Okay, so then in terms of maintenance outside, is there anything that John will need to do at the site of the pumps and
The
heaters?
filter needs to be maintained. It just, I wouldn't recommend taking it apart and rinsing it. If you're gonna be using it like every day,
Mhm.
once I'm taking apart the filter and rinsing it out once a month.
Okay.
That'll be good.
Were you able to see what it looks like right now? And
No, I can actually. That's not part of the inspection. That'll be because once you open that up, you have to service it.
Gotcha.
So it would be considered a filter service.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the pressure's not that high. It's pretty low. It has an indicator.
So that helps you determine how plugged up and how gook it
Right,
is.
right,
So when the pressure raises, you know there's a bunch of stuff in there
Right.
that needs to be cleaned out.
right. So basically, every system varies on running pressure. Normally, it runs from in the range from 10 to 20 psi.
Okay.
That's like a common psi. But on this system, we don't know what its running pressure is. So I would recommend servicing it once you move in, taking it apart and servicing. That way you reset it and you know what the running pressure is. And then you can mark it, and then as pressure increases, you know when it's going up.
Okay, that
You
makes
gauge
sense.
it.
That
Yeah.
makes sense. So is it pretty self-explanatory out there? What's what? What's the filter? What's the heater? What's the?
Yeah, I can show you guys.
Okay. Thank you.
Bernie, before you go, are these the valves to fill? Can you so the one on the left to turn to fill the tub? Those are the to fill the where
The
the water.
top right.
Okay.
How come there's two valves?
I believe it's hot and cold, but let me. Yeah, it's hot and cold.
Okay.
The hot one is on the right side.
Oh,
Cold
so-
one is on the left side.
So it's backwards from
Yeah.
what you would think.
Actually, hold on. No, I'm sorry. Correction. The hot is on the left. Cold is on the right.
Oh, okay.
Yep, those are the water valves, and your water comes through here. There's a little hole there. Right there.
Oh,
1 inch diameter hole, that's the fill.
okay.
So on this one too, you gotta be careful because it doesn't have an overflow.
Okay.
So when you're filling in the water, you gotta monitor it closely. That way you don't.
When you get in, you don't over.
That
right?
too, you gotta consider your body mass and that's how many people are gonna be in it.
Right,
That way it doesn't overfill.
right.
And to drain the water, is that the?
Yeah, you
cer-
just pull it up.
Pull it up?
Yep.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, great. Great. That seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah,
I like that. It's
yeah, it's pretty
easy.
simple. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, it's a plus.
Okay, so do you mind going out and showing us what's what?